If you guys have any inking tips, I'd love to hear it. I feel like you just have to be in this mindset. It's like this, it's almost like this do or die mindset. It sounds crazy. Because it's like once you get into it, it's like if you mess up, you basically have to restart the entire thing, right? So you have to be very like, just like, I don't know, it's brutal. So if any of you guys have any like mindset tips on how to ink, I feel like not even just inking tips, I feel like just mindset tips on how to ink. I think that is very, very interesting to me. Let's see, let me put some music on. What should we listen to? You're gonna listen to... We're just gonna listen to some nice, just chill music. Let's turn this up. Let's go. I have just a spare paper just to kind of maybe test out. I feel like it's just too small. I think we're going to do it with the 01. I'm so like picky. I don't know what I'm doing, everybody. 01 of this one. Let's just do this. All right, let's just send it. We're sending it. And I'm going to make the BMX view just a little bit bigger. And I'm also going to move this image slideshow right down here. Okay, everybody. We're going to start this. I just have to we have to remember that if I mess up, we can restart it. You don't have to, it's not fully set in stone. It's just, it just definitely gets to the point where if we do mess up pretty bad, then it's going to get pretty gnarly to fix. But this is a Treant person, so. All right, let's go. And I messed up. Fudge. Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to restart it. It's okay though. Try not to get angry. Try not to get upset. This is why inking's brutal for me. I'm not a very good inker. And I also have to remember that we can just redo this. Like, it's actually kind of cool that we have it like this, because this could just be rendition 1, you know? It doesn't have to be, like, set in stone. This is exactly what we're going to do, you know? Like, we can ink it out if we don't like it. Boom. It's just, I think I'm going to do it with the thicker pen. I think the thicker one is going to work a little bit better. Even though, yeah, we're going to do it with the 01. I feel like this one, it's a little hard for me to see the end of the pen, and I'm making judgment mistakes. Well, I guess not judgment mistakes. I'm making mistakes because I can't really tell where the end of that. It's like so small. It's like a needle, right? Whereas this one, it's a little bit more like I know where I am going with this one. Yeah. Okay, let's go. Again. I might use a littler pen. Maybe I should do both. Yeah, I'm digging this pen. Even though it's a little bit thicker than the pencil, it's, I don't know. You can try it with the other one later on. I messed that up, but fuck, we'll just go with it. This is just version 1, I guess. Actually, I guess this is version 2 because the version 1 actually would be just straight pencil, right? So this is actually a technique that we were learning from Brad Rigney, right? He's actually a believer that works for MTG. He said to work on the hardest areas first, which is generally the fate, or I guess depending on what you think is the hardest parts. For me personally, I think it's the face and the hands, right? And I've just always remembered that. Shout out to Brad Rigney. Learned a lot from that guy. We've got a Bible. I should have used the other pen. And that's the other thing is I'm using everything with this one pen, but I know there are a bunch of inkers and they switch out pens. You know, like say like if it's gonna be full frame pen. Say if it was like a really detailed part right there, I know some inkers will actually use like a different pen size. The thing about that is I just feel like I get kind of mixed up of like, oh, well, when should I use that size, or when shouldn't I use that size? And it kind of like confuses me sometimes. So I'm just gonna do everything with just this one pen for now. I don't know if you guys have any tips for inking. It's brutal. I think brutal. Keep it moving. I just totally messed up right there. It's okay. Try not to get frustrated. Alright, new music. Let's go. We're just sending it. You guys have any tips? I'd love to hear it. I really don't know what I'm doing. It feels like I'm just sending it. So if you guys like to send it, I think maybe you guys would like to ink. That's the mentality that we're in. Do or die, or we're gonna restart the entire thing. Which I don't know if that's the right mentality to have, but I don't know. It can get very frustrating inking. And I'm trying to be chill, but I'm gonna be honest, it's not one of the most chill things for me personally. Okay, I do know like what some inkers would do is they would actually work from top to bottom like this, which that's what some people do. You guys are intrigued, you guys may do it that way, especially if you're using ink that might smear on you. This ink's pretty solid though, this one doesn't smear. Kind of weird. I actually draw faster with this pen size than the other one because I feel like the other pen size is like, I don't know, it's weird. I don't know why I draw faster with this one. I guess it is thicker. But it's also, I feel like I know where the end is. See a little, I can like see it, the white box. Tree man. Let us become like trees, everybody. Trees for the Lord. Matthew 13:32. It is the smallest of all seeds, but when it is grown, it is larger than all the garden plants and becomes a tree, so that the birds of the air come and make nests in its branches. Something like that. Just get this over with. So one side. Actually, I guess we'll just work on this because I don't want to move that just yet. Just keep looking over here. I like drawing leaves. Leaves are kind of like meditative. Because you can kind of like, you're just like drawing abstractions. Kind of fun. It's actually weird. I like don't really draw too many Treants that much. You need to start drawing them more. It's definitely, when you start drawing like Ents and stuff, much more meditative it feels. You don't have to, it's not as stressful it seems. It's like, oh, well, that's just a tree. Let's just draw a leaf right there. Whereas if you're drawing like a humanoid character, it's definitely much more like, oh, well, that's part of that anatomy or something. Something like that. I'm a weird tree man. We're making good time though. That's really strange right there. What did I do right there? That's so weird. I don't even know what is that, huh? What is that? It's weird. Hobbits like mushrooms. Hobbits go to great lengths to find the rare mushrooms. It's actually part of the lore. Hobbits are known for their mushroom pickings. Dude, this thing's tripping me out. What in the world? This thing's crazy. Got some ferns. Got some mossy roots. Look at this scribble there. Just scribble. Yeah, I draw faster with this pen. It's weird. I ink faster with this pen. So I don't know how this watercolor is going to go. The inking is one thing, but then the watercolor is just a whole nother level. With all these little bunnies, little bum-buns, little bum-bun. This little monkey looked like he ate a mushroom. The Hobbit mushrooms. Oh, Mookie. Okay, now we're getting into a delicate part. We gotta move this clipper thing to the other side so I can get up in there. So where's the other clip at? I always lose these things. Where is the other clip at, man? This one's... Let's look at what it looks like so far. Holy chabanga. Like, this is weird. Holy chubanga. What are we doing, everybody? I have no idea. I probably should use the other pen, but it's okay. Okay, so we're going to take this clipper thing and put it over here. Just so I can save this spot. Hopefully that's saved in the right area. Otherwise, this is... okay. I guess we've already got most of it done already, so... Just draw a plethora of little leaves. Lush. I think we're about done. And then we're gonna have to, I think that background, we're actually gonna put the background in there, but I'm gonna not do these with lines, we're gonna do that with just color. If that works. I gotta be really careful with this tape, I've like had some where I've like ripped the paper, it's ridiculous. Let's put it over here. Tree folk, tree people, what happened to music? Tree people, tree people, tree people, tree people, tree people, tree people, tree people. Tree people, tree people, tree people, tree people. Gives you the power. Tree people, tree people, tree people. tree people. Tree people, tree people, tree people. Alrighty, I think we're just gonna send the watercolor now. Let's just send it. It's kind of what we gotta do. Oh, dude, the watercolor's brutal, dude. This is where I start really doubting my... I messed up right there, darn. Oh well. There's like no going back. I mean, now it's like we've done the ink layer. I could just call it a day, just be like, oh, we did this ink, but now the real hard... This part was hard, but the real hard part is going to happen now. This is the real hard part is the watercolor, I think. Because there's no going... I mean, I guess there's no going back with the ink either, but the watercolor, there's no going back. Especially like you get to a level, it just can't go back. To do actually is maybe I should do that at the end. Yeah, because then I could do some masking. I think we're gonna do some like weird masking tape stuff. Now there is a liquid mask that people have been using. I've been noticing that they've been using stuff like that. But so let's use our clipper thing again. Let's actually turn this light box off for now. And I'm going to put on the main light too. Alright everybody, this is where the rubber meets the road. Now I did buy this new thing, these little things where we can put some bigger pools of color. Right now we're using the Walmart watercolor set. Pretty gnarly actually, but I think I might mix some bigger pools of color just to, you know, get some bigger pools of color. Dang, should I watercolor it? I'm like hesitating now. We just gotta send it, right? Okay, so we have to remember some things. We have to let the things dry. We have to remember that. Let the layers dry before the next layer. Okay, let's do this. Where's the brush at? I'm gonna get some clean water. Let's have a piece of tissue, just in case it pulls up. We can use this to quickly dry it off. I'm getting prepared. I just gotta think about all this stuff. Almond. Where is the light source coming from? I'm going to have it like this. Actually, that side of that nose is in shadow. We might have the light source coming down like this. Yeah. Maybe, maybe not. Huh. How should I have this light source? guess maybe I should think about the main highlights.
At the July 4th sale, save $500 on different Breeze mattresses. Get matched at Mattress Firm.
God, this is gonna be brutal. Gosh, why am I scared of watercolor, man? I'm like so scared to like mess this up, but I just have to remember. Just ink it again, even though it took me an hour and a half. It would be kind of cool if there was like a layer you could just go on top of this one just to test it out, you know? But you just gotta just boom, like just, that's what's so gnarly about it. Alright, let's just send it. We just got I say that so much. Yeah. So we're gonna clean off a brush. I didn't clean the brush up last. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna mix some big pools of color first. So we're gonna use this thing. I'm gonna put, oh yeah, I do have a little, this thing. I've been seeing some watercolor guys, they use this dropper thing. So let's pour some water into here. Like so. We have the concoction. The concoction has been made, everybody. Now what we're going to do, we are going to mix these colors. Which I've been using the other watercolor artists, these those like tube things. But these are the ones that we're using. I think what I'm going to do is we're going to put a drop of water into, let's see, so let's think about this. Let's put a drop of water in here. Baboop, babushka. Ground squirrel. Holy bajunga. Alright. We got one drop in here. Got a trifecta drop thing. We actually might do more than that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mix some big pools of color. I actually might put a couple more drops in there. Right now we're just going to mess around. The reason why we're gonna mix some big pools of color is just because I kind of want like somewhat of a consistent variable with the color that we're gonna mix up. So And I totally put that in the wrong one. Darn it. That one has to be on the other side. Darn it, I messed it. So how we're laying this out, by the way, too, is I actually just messed it up right now. Oh, I guess, no, I could split it up like that. Yeah, that'll work like that. Okay, never mind. Big blocks of color. Actually, I don't even know if this thing's actually very good to use it for. Best way to do it. Actually, I don't even think I'm going to do it that way. I don't think that's a legit way to do it. Darn it. Let's clean this pool. I guess we could just put it right up in here. Maybe I should do it this way, because then I can't really show it on the screen. Maybe this will just be the big pool. I need to get rid of that purple right there. We need to just get rid of this entire just segment right here. It's going to mess me up. That's what we're doing. So we're going to use this tissue right here. I'm going to dip it in the water. Hopefully this doesn't get on there at all, but we're going to clean this off. One. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're going to mix a big pool over here. How I'm going to try and set it up is we're going to do light to dark. Hopefully, maybe. That's the goal. Generally this gets really mixed up, but... Okay, so let's take some of this up in here. Lop it up in here. Put a bunch of this up in here. Blah, 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 blah. We're not going to go straight this color. We're also going to mix a little bit of ochre in there. Just going to mix this big, gigantic pool of color right here. I'm actually going to take off that thing right up there. Hope I didn't clean the brush off good enough. Oh well, I'm gonna have to just... Actually, I think that's like too much. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a little blob of gray maybe in there. Just the faintest little hint, just a little dot of it. A little dot into the mixture. Just a little dabbery now right there. Let's get a tester paper. I've put a little bit of red in there. Just a little dab of it. That might be too much. I'm gonna clean that off a little bit. Just a little dab of this. It goes a long way. Okay, so we have this gigantic pool of color right here. What I'm going to try and think of is that I think we're going to put some water in here, and I'm going to thin this layer and have this go dark. So we're going to clean this brush off. Something like that. I have no idea really what I'm doing. We're going to have this be a little bit more water cooled right there. We also have to remember, okay, that's looking pretty good right. Yeah, I guess that might work. I feel like it needs a little bit more red in there. Another dab of it. Oh, that might have been too much, darn. Okay, that looks better. That's too red now. No, I think that's actually pretty good. I feel like it needs a little bit more yellow ochre in there. Put another dab of this up in here. Screw it, let's just send it. Let's just send it. Okay, so we have to make sure when I'm doing this, we're going to try and keep this as even as possible. See how we have this even right here? This is going to be the first layer, and I have to remember that this first layer could be pretty unison. And we're going to try and work in a layering system. But we have to remember that we have to let this first layer dry completely before we add the next layer. Now the thing is, we're also not going to just do this one. We're also going to, I think, work on the green right now. Because when this first layer is drying, I think we can also work on the colors as well. So that's what we're also going to do. It's a pretty big one. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some yellow ochre right here. I think that'll work right there. Yeah, that's gonna work. Okay. Alright. What other stuff? Okay. Yeah, we can send it. I'm also gonna, let's see here. Let's mix a little bit of a darker blue tint hint right in this little corner right here. Gray. With a little bit of phthalo blue in there. Alright. Alright, let's send it. Wow, this whole pool is like super wide. Oh, there's no going back now. Let's send it. being very careful with these like little leaves. Also being careful, we're trying to keep it with that one layer. I know it's ridiculous, but that's what I'm trying to think of anyway. I don't know if I'm doing a good job at it. We have to make sure this dries completely before we add that next layer. That's where I've been messing up, I think, like heavily. I also have to start using that tester paper a lot more because I need to make sure that this first layer is pretty unison. That should have been green right there, darn. Okay. Man, I used up all that color base. That's pretty crazy. I used up a good amount right there already. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that fudge. Watercolor's pretty gnarly. I don't know if I just think it's gnarly. It's very just like, you can't go back. Like you kind of have to. I shouldn't have done that. Darn, I think I'm going to put too much red in there. Oh, well, it's okay. No worries. We'll just redo it again in the future, I guess. We just redo it in the future. I'm actually going to let that part dry a little bit more because I just literally went over it. Oh, that's supposed to be green. I guess we'll just go for it. Darn, this is brutal. I don't even know what I'm doing. Feels like anyway. So I have to remember first swash there. Go over it again. Some of that's going to be green, so maybe I should start like, and I probably should have like, it's I should have actually made this lighter on his head, but... Holy chabanga, what are we doing? I have no idea. I should have not started right there, but I can't go back anymore. We're entering into the cringe, everybody. I'm still see the green now. Do I let that other layer dry? No, it's okay, fudge. Dude, watercolor is gnarly. I feel like I just wasted ink layer, man. I like the veins like green-ish. Maybe we should do the cross grain too. So that's first layer. We have to keep track of this stuff. So second layer is going to be mid-tone. So second layer is mid-tone layer, and then we're going to do shadow layer. So let's try and mix up. We're going to mix up the mid-tone. Actually, let's go a little bit more, a little bit, since let's move some of this out of the way. We also do have a whiteout if need be, but we're trying not to use it because I'm pretty sure once you do the whiteout on top, you can't watercolor on top of that whiteout. So you have to be very, very straight, especially like, so you do have one correct layer. You have one chance of correcting that, oh, well, I guess like the highlight, which I'm actually probably going to do like maybe right there or something. Okay, so we're going to clean this water out because it's kind of dirty. Get some good water. Oops, it's actually not on there. Okay, let's mix our next batch. I'm going to try and get this one a little bit. This is going to be our mid-tone, so... Yeah, okay. We're going to be pretty heavy with just this one right now. Yeah. So we're going to mix a pretty big batch of this. Trying to get a good amount of pigment in there. Oh, that's too much. Okay. Okay, let's go for it. So it almost feels like this light source is coming down this way. I actually might change it now just because I've shadowed that so much of it that over there. So actually that's probably actually what we're gonna do. Which is actually very strange to change it up like that. But just because I messed up that first blotch that I did, we're gonna have to do it. Oh, you have to be very careful with this layer right here, because this layer I cannot take this one back. This is full, like, this is like hardcore mode right now that we're in. Oh. What is it? Okay, yeah. feel like if you guys like hardcore games, watercolor's probably your style, man. This holy chabunga, this is like, it's almost like you kind of have to like, yeah, you just gotta just play hardcore. That's what it feels like anyway. Wow, I already went through that entire pool of color that we mixed. Basically, we're using a lot of pigment right now in these strokes. So we need to actually mix up another batch of that. And this is kind of why I think the tube watercolors, a lot of people are using the tube ones, is because you can kind of mix up that giant batch beforehand. Whereas like right now, I'm gonna have to mix this color again, set that temperature, and then what it feels like I gotta do anyway. Because it's crazy. That was barely any strokes out there, and then we just used that entire pool right there that we made. Which I guess we could just there's too much pigment on there. I gotta tone it down just a little. I gotta put a little bit of water. Just a slight hint of it. Alright. I actually should have probably put a blue shade right up in there, but it's okay. We can do that for our next layer. And I just totally messed it up. Fudge. I just totally forgot my light sources on that other side. Oh well. Now I have seen some people do a weird like crosshatch within the watercolor. It's pretty interesting. I was like, huh, that's weird. I need to get some tape and tape this right here. Okay. So we have to think, where is the light source? So our light source, we've made it this way just because of that one paintbrush stroke that we messed up. But also we have to think about these leaves, right? And if this is our mid-tone, then that means some of these leaves are actually going to be emitting some shadow on the branches. So like right here, right? So that does mean that there's going to be a little bit of shadow right there. I feel. I don't know. I might be wrong on that, but I guess depending on where these leaves are. Right there, I feel like there'd be a nub of that. A little nub of this. Oh, like, darn, I just messed it up right there. Fudge. Ah, darn it. I need to stop. This is getting too brutal. Okay, let's see. Where do we? Let's. Let me put something right there. Let me put a mid-tone right there. Let's put a mid-tone right there. Let's put a mid-tone right there as well. Need a little bit more tape on that side. It's getting a little heavy.
You chose nursing because you wanted to help others. Now you're choosing an MSN or DMP because you want...
Okay. Let's make the book like blue. Just a good blue color, because I was going to make it a little tan, but I feel like just the contrast of this right here, it'd be kind of hard to like indicate. We're also going to, on this book, we have to remember where the highlight is going to be, because if our light source is coming down this way, that means the edge of this brim of this book is going to have the highlight right there, I'm pretty sure. And we have to remember that, because when we put this when we put that first pool of color, if we go on top of that one, we cannot take that back. And we have one correction layer, which could be the, whatchamacallit, the highlight, fudge, I forgot what it's called, whiteout layer. So let's clean this brush off very well. Mix up some blue color. Very strong pigment. Let's just try and do it. Alright, let's send it. the highlights on that one side, so we're actually going to keep that little sector right there, a little untouched. We're also going to write in the Bible right there, so. Let's go in with their green, which is kind of crazy. We used up all of that green right there. Look at that. There's barely any in there. Look at that. Boom. So we're going to have to mix up a big pool of this green again. Now this is where it can get kind of sketchy, and this is why I think some of those people use the tube colors, is because they're making giant masses of these tubes instead of having to mix it every single time. And I feel like that's kind of like what's kind of sketchy about these, is because if you mess up this, I mean, I guess if you forget how to mix that color then in there, but pretty easy. And we're going to try and make it really, really deep pigment. We're going to put a lot of pigment in this next tone. I think we need a little bit more green in that. Yeah, that might work. Yeah, we need a little bit. A little bit. It's like hard to get that like lush color we're after. All right, I think, yeah, that might work, that might work. All right, so this is our mid-tone for this one. And, go in there. I think I messed that up for a while. And that's kind of dangerous right there. We got a little glob of paint right there. Look at that. It's about to... That is not good right there. Especially if we would have just dropped it on there. So let's clean the brush off again. Glob it pretty carefully again. You also have to be careful, especially what I was talking about when we were inking this, when some people ink it from the top to bottom, because we don't want to smear any of this. just feels like we're playing like hardcore WoW or something. You can't die! Okay, we're running out of pigment on the brush, so let's reapply it. And we're trying to use a pretty deep pigment on this layer right here. Just kind of keeping track of where our light source is. But also we have to also remember that if you go over on top of that layer, sometimes that bottom layer isn't dry yet. And I feel like that's where I've been messing up, is because I feel like if you hit that layer, if it's still wet, it kind of like doesn't, it like muddies the color a little bit, it feels like. So I'm trying to be very like deliberate with the layer system now. Which still looks kind of janky, but it's kind of sketchy now. I think I put too much red in this color right here. I also should have, because this is probably a big focal point, I actually should have lifted this out. See how I did it right here? I should have done that right there, but now I can't go do that again. So, I mean, maybe we might be able to mix some white paint, because there is a white color, but it's kind of hard to like layer it right there. It's crazy, these colors are already drying on me. I gotta put a little bit more water in here. Now we're gonna test it again just to see. Nope, there's not enough pigment up in there. Load this brush up with as much color as we can right now for this layer. Mount Moriah. What's up? How goes it? Now this one is like straight up. I'm really trying to like think about this. The other ones I've been kind of like messing around, you know. You know, this one it's like, because the first three that I did, I kind of started seeing what I was doing wrong. And that's what's weird about the watercolors. Like, you have to be very deliberate with your layers. Like, the layerings, and I didn't really realize that because I was used to oil painting, right? Where oil painting, you can kind of go in and out of every layer. Like, you can bring that out, push that back, scrape it out, bring that back. But watercolor, it's very much like boom, boom, boom. Like, you gotta be, like, very deliberate with your layering system, I think. But that's not how everybody watercolors. There are some people that watercolor that I've been seeing, and they work very subtly up. They work very, very light, and then they bring it back up, kind of like, you know, something like that. I know, this tree dude's a trip, huh? He is a very strange individual. Now see, that book's pretty much dry. Oh, it is all dry now. And that's actually another reason why I like these watercolors, is like the layers just dry super, super fast. It's very, very interesting. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put some Okay, so see how our light source is going down this way? Let's put the next layer of blue. So I'm not sure what we're gonna draw, how we're gonna paint this little monkey. I think might make it a gray squirrel, just because that's why I haven't touched the squirrel yet, because because a normal squirrel's probably about that color, right? But I feel like I want to kind of like show that these things are kind of different, so I might make that a gray squirrel. I haven't touched it yet, and we're gonna have to do the layering system on that thing too, which we'll just do it right now, I guess. Yeah, watercolor is definitely a trip, and it's crazy because these are just like Walmart watercolors. You can do a lot with just simple watercolors. Like I literally bought these at Walmart. Now the thing is, I do see like the pro guys, they're using the tube ones. And some of the pro guys are like using the tube and then they make their own palette. Which is kind of cool. I've even been seeing people and they make like their own custom little palette thing. Now see, we have one more layer we can add with this color, right? Which is going to be the shadow layer. And I'm still not sure. I guess we'll put a little bit of green right up in there too. I guess we don't have to do that yet. Actually, we should just go deep in that. Just a little dabber in it right there. Okie dokie. Not sure how we're gonna do this little monkey right here. I think we'll just do a gray squirrel then. I'm cleaning out the brush right now. By the way, we're just using one brush. I know that the only reason why I'm using the one brush is because I generally, when I start using a whole bunch of brushes, I get all confused. I'm like, well, what should I use for that? What should I use for this? What should I use for this? So basically, I'm just using one single brush. It's kind of like in digital painting, what I like to do is I like to use just one brush. It was just the round brush, or it was actually this modified round brush, but it was like a square round brush. That was my favorite brush. And this one actually feels somewhat like that. And I got this at Walmart too. This is straight a Walmart brush right here. Okay, I did kind of have a little bit of this gray color. Let's maybe try this little gray color right here. Let's see, what is it going to look like? Yeah, we could probably, let's go for it. Wait a minute, let me think about this. Yeah, let's go for it. I think I might do the rabbits the same color. Maybe I'll make them a little bit more. What color are rabbits? No idea, actually. Maybe a little bit more ochre in the rabbit tone, which I guess we could do that right now. So let's take this. Let's put a little bit of this. Actually, let's put a little, let's actually bring a little bit of, actually, let's actually bring this color right here. Actually, I don't know, what color are rabbits? You know what, I'm actually going to just do a little, it's going to be very subtle. We're going to take a little bit of this, like, red-brown, like that. And we're just going to color these little monkeys in. Oh, that's funny. I did kind of want to maybe put a subtle. We are going to try and do the background layer, but we're not kind of focused on that yet. I actually might put a little bit of shadow under there. I actually forgot to do that. So let's go into our main pigment that we did right here. Actually, let's go back into here. We want it really, really goopy. No, I might mess it up right now. Let's see. So the light source is coming down right here. So let's do a little goop right here. I think this would be in shadow, huh? Yeah, that would be that. There would be a shadow shape right here. I'm pretty sure. It's crazy how fast these things dry. So we're gonna just put just a shadow. I have no idea what I'm doing. I feel like I'm just guessing. I'm just like, well, it kind of look like that. I don't know. What color are butterflies? Yellow? I guess they're yellow, right? Let's clean our brush off. Now this one I'm really trying to keep the palette pretty, and I'm actually going to have to clean this water right now. Water got a little clarity up in here, so we're going to change this water out because we want some straight pigments up in here. So now we have some almonds. And that one almost looks like the almond color. that butterfly color now. I think we're gonna go just this one. It just feels like I'm just guessing, but that kind of looks like, I don't know. Screw it, let's guess for it. Let's actually put a little bit of ochre in there. Actually, no, I guess I already have a little pool of ochre right there. We're just gonna mix that right there. And this is the first layer, so let's actually just, and I kind of like that first layer because you can kind of test out that color. Okie dokie. I forgot to, there's some green that I forgot up in there. Man, I am disappointed right there. I should have... I'm not very used to using this thing, the tissue, but I actually could... I did have... You have a split second to actually pull it back. And that's actually what I should have done right in the beginning. I should have been boom. But... Nope. I need more pigment on there. Huh. I'm kind of not sure what those mushroom colors are. Let me look this up. I actually don't know. Red. No, I don't think for that species. Darn it, my phone's right here. Normally I use my phone. I'm like, how do I look this up? Let me look that up quick. Does anybody know that species of mushroom? the mushrooms that grow on the side of trees. Oh, they might be yellow because it might be chicken of the woods. Mushrooms that grow on side of trees. Yeah, we might make them yellow. Or I guess they are brownish color looking. Yeah, I think we're gonna do these like orange. These are gonna be like chicken of the woods. Orangish yellow. But we're gonna try and make it a little bit different than the yellow of the butterflies. By the way, if you guys find chicken of the woods, are very, very rare mushrooms. And you guys can eat them. They are an edible species of mushroom. And I'm running out of space on my palette. Like orange and then like deep yellow on the side. Like this. Chicken of the woods, yeah. I have actually found some. It's actually kind of crazy. Man, that doesn't actually look very good at all. I missed actually a little mid-tone right there. Now, this is actually what I really like about watercolor is just like, you get to save your colors, so it's like, it's not that hard to mix it back up and find it again. I feel like there would be some shadow over on this side. Not too sure though. I'm just guessing right here. I don't really know. Let's work on this little monkey right here. Clean this brush off. Okay. Go into our gray colors. I think we might have to mix up another batch of it. No, I guess that'll work. Let's mix yeah. I kind of want to put like a little bit of blue in there. Just like one little drop of this thing into this. I don't like that. I have to mix a little bit more of a deeper batch up in here. Run out of pigment right there. Now, I feel like the grays are like super hard to do a little bit. I actually might put a little bit of brown in there, just a little faintest amount. It's a hard color to get. Put a little bit more up in here. Darn, that I put way too much. Just a little bit of black, it just like goes so far. might actually have to erase that and then remix that right there, because that's like way too much that I need. I'll just go with it. Oh, that's not what I want. Oh, well. The whole thing is eating a little nuts, so. Actually, maybe we should make it like the orange, like the squirrels eating the chicken of the woods. That'd be kind of funny. Nah, let's just make it brown. I feel like I got a little too heavy-handed with that main color right there. I should have actually lightened it up in the beginning. If I could go back, that's actually what I'll do. I know, this little squirrel right there. Honestly, squirrels are probably one of my favorite animals. Squirrels are probably one of my favorite animals. Now see, if the light is like this, there would be a little bit of shadow on this book right here, I'm pretty sure. So let's make that color. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of this color right here, push it over here. We're going to go down and I think maybe mix even a little bit of maybe this or this. We're kind of going for like a, what you might call it, a khaki color, like a page color. That's actually a weird color to mix. I think we'll just do it like that. Oh, maybe I should have just not done that. Oh, I should actually. Can I take that back? Nope. Well, that was probably a bad decision. Just because it was so close to that color now, and now it's kind of hard to see. I don't know. What we can do is we can get some of those. I think with some of this, we might put a little bit of some fruits in here. Like make that like red or something. Or like maybe like purple. We are gonna put another layer right here to kind of push that back up. And we're actually gonna put a little bit of a shadow blue layer right there, that deep, because we know that that's deep in there, right? We have to kind of keep track of these layers though. Like that one right there. See that layer? I guess you can't see that, but I need to redo that green up in there. I don't know what I'm talking about, everybody, so please take everything I say with a grain of salt, because I'm still pretty new to the watercolor game, man. But I like how simple it is. You can just get just a bunch of stuff just pretty simple. All you need is water. I'm not sure how we should do these butterfly wings. And we can also go in with a darker, let's see here, I might actually go in a little bit more into the, where's my 005 black? Where's that thing? Here it is. This is our 005 black. Now it's actually hard to tell, but this is actually the only black in the image right now. And I'm trying to put the black in the focal points of the image. And I forgot which artist I learned that from, but there was some artist that did that. Put a little bit because people already look at that. And it's pretty crazy because you can't really even tell, really. But this is actually where the only black areas are. We're probably going to put a little bit up in here too, maybe like underneath that finger. And it doesn't even really, like, you can't even really tell, but it definitely pushes it just like one little notch up, you know? Something like that. Well, we're also going to put the Bible right there. I don't know if I should put a cross or if I should put a Bible. I think I put the Bible on the other one. But I might try and put a cross. I remember I tried to put the cross the last time. It was just hard to put it in there. So what we can do, maybe, is... could write Bible in there, but it's hard because this page is actually curved. So I don't know if I mean, I guess we could do it like this. No, let's just do it. We're gonna write it. We're gonna write it actually with the 005. Actually, let me write it with pencil. Actually, I don't trust myself. I gotta make sure that it actually fits in here. B-I-B-L-E. Bible. Ain't that hard to write it in there, huh? I'm gonna use the 005. Boom. Bible. The Bible. The bread of life. Now what we could do is actually, it was kind of funny because I said I was going to try not to use this pen, but actually it's kind of nice now because now we could go in with like these really, really, really little details up in here. Emphasize some of this stuff. We also could put a little bit of some more roots up in here, or I mean not roots, but like bark. Oh, there actually should be a little bit of shadow underneath this little squirrel's foot right there. As I look deeper into it, there would be a little bit, just the faintest little hint. Oh man, I actually didn't clean that brush off. Make sure you clean these brushes off very good. A little hint of this right there. I'm pretty sure we're gonna be a little bit right there. And what I'm gonna do, I think we're gonna do like a little bit like cross-hatchy stuff right there, kind of like bark looking stuff. And also I messed up a little bit right there. We gotta. Hello. Greetings, travelers. Welcome. Welcome to the lore of the Treants. Or the Ents. What do you like to call them? Let's put a little bit of a mid-tone on that cross right there. How goes it? What's up? How'd you find the stream? How did you find the stream? Oops. I'm actually gonna put a little bit of mid-tone right there because the light's right there, so I think there would actually be just a little nub of shadow. What does this tree represent? I think there's many verses to me personally. Reminds me of Psalms 1. It's actually the one that I wrote on the beginning one. This is actually the first layer of it. This was done on a previous stream, maybe a couple months back. But we did write Psalms 1:3. It also reminds me of Matthew 13:32. Emmanuel, what's up, man? Hope you're doing good, dude. I hope you're doing good and you're trying your best and we're continuing to learn. It's not in the screen. There we go. I'm going to do the little monkeys right here. Actually, I still need to do a little bit more green up in here. I'm actually still not sure what we're going to do up in there. Let's put like some root looking things. Been thinking about any verses lately, Emmanuel? Any verses on your mind? Clean off our brush. Let's try and put this shadow on these little monkeys right here. How did I make that color right there? It was like this. It was like this. Like in there. And then we put a little bit of blue up in there. Where was it? Darn, I missed my... Ah, it doesn't look like that. Maybe a little dab of this blue. Yeah, that might work. Let's just send it. We're sending it. No going back now. Little monkey. I kind of messed that up a bit, but oh well. Darn, I wish I could lighten this a little bit. Maybe if I could try that white paint, maybe it'll work a little bit more. Let's give it a go. Let's see what happens if we layer that white paint on top of that. See this white paint right here? I wonder if I just make it like super like thick and goopy. Maybe it'll work. I guess we can test one right there. See, it doesn't like really work that well. Let's see. It doesn't really work that good, darn. Even if you make it like super, super goopy. I guess it does work a little bit. Tree man. So we just do these mushrooms. I feel like the mushrooms would be kind of the same color as little rabbits. Clean off the brush. I'm gonna put a little bit of blue. Mushrooms. A little tad bit of the mushrooms. Maybe I should have made them red. Nah. I feel like those mushrooms are poisonous. I should have just made them more blue, actually. Oh well. We could do another layer on top. Something like that. I don't know. one's been much more chill, though, I will say that. Oh, wait, is it, oh, I almost went using the wrong pen. Where's the other one? This one's been much more chill. I think it's because I went into it kind of with much more thought into what I was gonna do, whereas the other ones I was kind of just, even though there is this element of just you just gotta send it, but also now I kind of feel like there is this little system that we're doing. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna change this BMX idea. Man, this is all in this work in progress that I've been watching. What are we doing? Yeah, we might do the shadow layer. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this big blob of goop right here and make another big glob of goop and then mix a shadow color. Something like that. You can tell we've used a lot of this brown. I feel like this one's much more easier to paint too because we're actually not really painting a figure. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna mix a little bit of this, take a little bit of this blue and this. We're gonna put a little dab of the black. We might even put a little dab of this purple up in here. Which one's purple? Is this one purple? Yeah, we're gonna put a little bit of this dab of this purple into this mixture. Actually, we need a little bit more than that. There we go. No, we need more. Need a little bit of this little dot of that. That's too much. Just a little. Okay. I think we can put a little bit more. There's purple in here. Alright. I think we can put a little bit more blue. Actually, a lot more blue. Ah, darn. It's not really what we were after, but it's okay. Okay. Alright, let's just maybe... I think I need to put more brown in there. I put too many colors in there, everybody. I'll go back in here and push that back out a little bit. Okay. Let's just send it. Okay, so I'm going to put, just because I feel like this area definitely, and I probably should have put more blue in there. A lot Now I'm just going to put a little bit of blue in some of these areas, and then we're going to go back into that really, really deep brown color. Oh my goodness, I just messed that up, fudge. Okay, so that was actually a good representation of what you could do. You have like a split second to kind of like take it back if you you gotta mess it up. And it's not really working as well as I wanted it to. Too deep. Alright, well, let's kind of move forward this. I kind of messed up. Darn. I just got a little bit. I should have maybe just left it with these two tones, but I don't know. Now, what did the background of the other one look like? Who is it? I totally lost it. Where is it? Where'd it go? Where did that? Oh, there it is. We have this one. So I think we are going to maybe in like a very light color of these colors. We're going to put that in the background. And we're not going to do the line right. We need some different music. I kind of want to also just do a light layer of maybe like a light like brownish in the back maybe. Let's actually do that right now. I don't know if this is actually going to work, but let's try it. Very, very, very light. Actually, maybe not. Maybe we can like bring it in so it kind of looks like it's like. Maybe. Should I do that? Now this is what's hard, is like doing these wash layers. I feel like the wash layers are hard for people. I don't want to mess it up. Something like that. I don't know. We're just guessing at this point. I guess what I could do is a faint blue color in the back too. Should we do that? Faint blue color in the back. Yeah, a super faint blue. After we do more trees and stuff. Alright, we're gonna send it, everybody. I'm going back now. Let's send it for the Lord. Oops. I just messed that up. Oh well.
Hi,
Where's
I'm
my
Cat
pigment?
Brown, and I have something very important to share. A gruesome war is engulfing the people of Sudan right now.
Dude, it's like you're just tripping out. You're like, what in the world, bro? What is this thing? Holy moly, bro. This is crazy. Oh, that's too much pigment. Almost messed that up right there. Whether we eat or drink, let's do it all for the Lord. Right now. My bad, Lord, if I'm not stewarding this properly. We're just gonna send it all to you. But at what cost, huh? That's the question. Oops, that's not what I... Boom. Oh. So you have a split second to redo. Like you actually do have a redo in watercolor, but you have like 2 seconds to do it. Otherwise, the paper bleeds into it. I think I'm gonna put a faint blue right in the back right there. Like very, very, very faint. Maybe even purple. I kinda wanna try like purplish. Like purple blue. Night elf blue. We're tripping out, everybody. What in the world? Gotta let that dry. We have to make sure these layers dry. Let's put a little bit of faint green in the background right up in there. More faint green. A little legendary creature right here.
USPS Drum Advantage. Un advantage para tu negocio.
They say as California goes, so goes the rest of the country. So, how is pepperonis?
Let's put a little blue. Actually, wait up. I need to actually make sure that is the right color. It's kind of weird because it's almost like you have to like guess right here, and you're just like, what in the world am I? There's like this weird element of like you just gotta send it. It's so weird. You're like, what in the world? Kind of cool though. I feel like maybe I should put a little bit more blue right there.
I feel like Pilat gives students great support. The people here work hard to make sure that our goals and dreams are realized. We get to do judges on each other in anatomy and physiology. It's hands-on experience.
Darn, I wish I could just lighten that just a little bit more. the verse right here. I might just even just write some of the verses, like just kind of like what In and Out does. Just yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. Because on this one I did I wrote that entire verse out, but I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna put like the In and Out kind of thing. I'm gonna do like Psalms 1:3, Matthew 13:32. I feel like I should pump these colors up just a tad. Oh man, I messed up all those colors actually. I'm gonna have to mix those again. Got all muddied up right there. I'm gonna clean that out right there because I got them all muddied up. Oh, that's way too much. This one took 4 hours. It almost did. Oh my goodness. I don't know if I could be watercoloring this much, dude, because if it's taken me almost 4 hours to draw this, dude, no, it's not viable in terms of doing it consistently. I guess it's honor to the Lord. Just write some Bible verses right there. Right down here. No, I'll just put it right there. Actually, I could just do it like that. I guess I could just write the exact same verse. That's what I actually might just do. Yeah. I honestly like this one better. These things just take way too long, man. I don't know, dude. Painting just takes way too long. This is actually the hard part. It just takes way too long. I guess I'll just write product something in there. Oops. Is it crooked? No. Huh. I can't even tell if it's on. That's weird. The paper's all deformed. I'm actually gonna write it in pencil just because I'm not sure if it's even gonna like line up correctly. So I'm just gonna write it in pencil first. Just to see what it looks like. I guess, yeah, that'll work. Alright, let's send it, I guess. Holy shnikes. Really sending it to the Lord now, hopefully. Streams. It's fruit in its season. Is there a comma right there? Or no? And its leaf does not wither. I don't know if there's a period right there. Something like that. I actually need to see if I think there's a comma in season. What does it say in the actual Bible? Oops. Psalms 1:3. Oh, there is a comma right there. And there's a period. Season, comma. And then there's a period in wither. And then he does, there's a comma right there. And then there's a period after prospers. Little punctuation or something. Where did I put this in? Oh yeah, I put this intro on the back. Right there. Fitting on here. Okay. 2-4 right there. There's a little bit of red in that. Oh, those are actually dark too. Man, this paint is gnarly. Oh, if I learned anything, I feel like it's like that first layer is super hard to do. I guess in some ways you could just... I wonder if you could just put acrylic paint on top of this one now. I actually think you might be able to do that. Like, I wonder what would happen if I just put acrylic paint on top of this one. We're almost done, everybody. This one was brutal. Too much color. That's not even what I need. Looks good. Thank you, man. The watercolor is gnarly. I'm still like very new to it, so I'm really like not really sure what I'm even doing. I mean, it almost just feels like I'm just guessing. So if anybody's just, I'd be warned if you try and do it this way, because I don't know if I'm even doing it right. Well, I guess there's so many different ways to do everything, so But I will say I have learned a lot from some believers that do it. There is this dude, his name's James Brown. James Browne, and he is a believer. He actually was kind of the one that kind of started getting me. I'm like, you know what, maybe I should start doing watercolor. Because I see this guy, and he's a believer, and he's doing watercolor, and I was like, huh, you know what, maybe I could try it. And so yeah, if it wasn't for that guy, I actually probably would have never even gotten into doing watercolor. So shout outs to James Brown. He does some amazing work. All these little purple things are supposed to be little fruits. I feel like I should keep putting a little bit more green leaves over there. Yeah. More leaves. You can never go wrong with more leaves, huh? People like leaves. Leaves, 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 leaves. That was way too heavy-handed right there. In terms of pigment.
Links gives you the power of AI to build the website you need. Full business function.
Oh. Now I kind of want to put like one more layer right there just to kind of indicate that the light source is going that way, but I'm not sure if I should do that. What else should I do? I think I'm about done. I do kind of want to like make just more color, like kind of just going around, but it's just so much work. Like you just gotta, you know, just like layer little by little by little. And just kind of. I think I might just call it a day. Actually, I do kind of want to put a little bit more color right there. This one is. Welcome to the cringe, everybody. This one is definitely kind of cringy, but I guess we tried. You know, there's some leaves up in there. I guess it's okay. I'm just gonna call it a day. I'm tired. I'm actually really tired. Holy moly. I don't know if I could be doing these watercolors every time. I'm going to have to go back to doing the drawings, everybody. These things are taking way too long. Like, this is brutal. It's way, way too long. Man, I do want to put that one layer behind that, but I'm not sure if I should. No, we're not going to do it. We're going to keep it as is. Okay, now what we're going to do is I did hear... you know what I could do? I guess we'll just put it on the whip and call it a day. Now, if you guys want to, like, if your paper gets crumply, what you can do is you can spray water on the back of it and then put it between two books. So we're gonna use this wood thing to kind of splay it out. Like this. Trying to put some tension on it. So kind of like, you know, I mean, not that much tension, but definitely more than usual. There we go. Yeah, that thing is weird. This thing looks weird. What the heck? What in the monkey? I've got the shadow right there. You see, there's just so many little things I could do. See, there's like the shadow right there. Oh well. Yeah, I'm sorry. Let's put a song on. Holy moly, this is gnarly.
There's a point at the end of a project when you realize what the worthwhile wants here or here. On HomeDepot.com, DIY also means decorating yourself. Kitchen.
Well, everybody, this concludes. I guess let me take some close-ups. You got the Bible. Oh, let me actually erase some of this stuff. We actually got a little bit of. There we go. Look at that thing. The leaf back, the cross on it. Yeah, here's the verse we did. We did Psalms 1:3. He's like a tree planted by streams of water that yields its fruit in its season, and its leaf does not wither. And all that he does, he prospers. I just want to say this word right here means many, many different things. Because I know there's the whole thing about like the prosperity gospel and stuff like that, about making a bunch of money and stuff like that. You can look into it. But in terms of what I've studied on prospering is, I guess, prospering, how God considers prospering might be much different than, you know, than I guess a worldly way of, I guess, prospering in some way. But I don't know. You guys could look up. If you guys could look up Psalms 1:3 Bible study or look up sermons on it. I know there's a ton. I mean, this is Psalms 1. You know, so many believers have read Psalms 1. But it goes into, if we read the beginning of Psalms 1, it says, how do we even become like a tree? It's from meditating on the Word of God, right? Meditating on the laws of the Lord, which David was said to have done, right? So, you get a little thumbnail right up in here. Holy chibunga, this is gnarly. Actually, let me take this one off. Because I took the thumbnail like that wooden thing right there. A bit of a long streak. But I'm going to be honest, I don't know if I can be doing these watercolors, because now it's at the point where these watercolors are taking way longer than I actually expected. You know, I was thinking, oh, I could just do a watercolor as fast as I could sketch something, right? Like, you know, as fast as I could do a sketch like this. But that's not the case, because I could do these sketches sometimes in like 2 hours, sometimes in an hour and 30 minutes. These are starting to take way too long right now. So what I might have to do is I might have to maybe do like one watercolor a week or something, and not just watercolor every single day, because I just don't think that's sustainable. So I think I'm going to have to get back into doing the sketches, because yeah, I like even with this one, I tried to speed this one as fast as I could. I was like, dude, I'm going to boom, boom, boom. And it still took a really long time, so. Well, let's get our thumbnail, and we will color the stream. Hopefully the lighting's okay. And I apologize to anybody if I've said anything wrong. Can't really edit these frames out, so I'm going to go with it. The other weird thing I also want to mention is there was another believer, and I was listening to what he was talking about on YouTube and stuff like that. He was saying something about AI and stuff, and where he's starting to see some of what might start occurring in the future is that, you know, it might even get to the, well, it's actually at the point where people can no longer tell what has been done by AI and what has been done by a person, right? Which is actually really crazy right now. And what this believer guy was talking about, he's saying that he thinks that streaming is actually going to become, you know, more prominent as time goes on, because, you know, if it gets to the point where we can't even tell what's been done by a man, what's been done by a computer, you know, and so there is this human element of thinking about that, and I thought it was kind of interesting. So, thank you. I actually do really like this one. I really tried to think about the process with this one in terms of the layering process. There we go. Well, travelers, it's been a very long stream. Holy Toledo. You guys have a good one, and try your best and have fun. Glory be to God. Whether we eat or drink, let us do it all for the glory of God. And if any of you guys want to take this technique, you guys can use this exact same technique. You guys can get all these things at Walmart. I guess except for these pens. These pens actually you can't get at Walmart, and also this thing you can't get at Walmart. I got these two things at Michael's. But most of the other stuff I got at Walmart, so. Farewell, travelers. Have a good one. Try your best and have fun.